Hello YouTubers, this is 7th Mando, and today we're going to be looking at one of my favorite figures of all time. This is 2014's Transformers Generations Whirl. And he is a nice little Apache helicopter, what do you want to call it? Very nice, I do like this thing. He is a light, and his colors are, he's a periwinkle. And most of him is periwinkle, and then he has some silver highlights, and then some darker medium blue or not really, medium blue highlights. But he's a very awesome figure, and he comes with a lot, considered a lot of accessories, 4 different weapons. Now this is a minigun that goes on the a minigun. This is his sonic disruptor. This is his missile launchers, I guess, missile launchers, and this is his missile pod, and they all can hook up on Whirl, but they also can you can also mix match them and combine them. Like what I like to do is take the missile launcher here and the the minigun, and just, where is it? There it is. Hook this onto it, hook it onto the side right there, and then there's a peg right here on the side of Whirl, and I just like to peg in the minigun, and that acts as like ammo, right? And then for the missile pod, well, for the sonic, the missile pod, I like to take the where is it? I had it. Hold on. Where did I put it? Okay, so I like to take this, the sonic disruptor, and hook it onto the missile pod. And there's this clip right here, and it clips on to right there. And come on, there, and it clipped on. And that's what I like to do. It's your own personal preference. I like to do that because it makes them look so cool. Makes him look cool in helicopter mode. And in helicopter mode, he is a nice representation of what he is in Apache. Except for the blue, I guess the blue is not very good. And let's get a little bio on this character, shall we? So Whirl is a wrecker. He's part of a team called the Wreckers. And he likes to get in the battle. He likes to be in the front. He likes to be in the front lines of the battle, and he likes a little challenge every once in a while, if I read that correctly. He's also a little bit insane, as I would put it. But yeah, that's pretty. He has been in many IDW's comics, as well as he's been in many of IDW comics, Dreamwave comics, even G1 comics. He's actually been in there. But most prominently he was in I can't remember the comic. It was not The Last Stand of the Wreckers. It was the other one before that, I think. And he was one of the main characters in the one before the Last Stand of the Wreckers. He has never had a movie appearance, and I do like the Wreckers. I like the Generation 1 kind of Wreckers. So Pyro, Iron Fist, Roadbuster, Impactor, Top Spin, Twin Twists, all of them. And what's his name? Rotor Storm. Yeah, Rotor Storm. I like them. Hot Rod and Cup are actually part of the Wreckers as well. Anyway, so let's just get into the transformation. So you want to pull off all his weapons, right? Pull off all the weapons, put them to the side. And first you want to take the rotor here, and it splits right down. You see it right there? It will split. It's split, and then you put it back, and then you want to. Well, he has a third mode, if you want to call it that. Basically it's a nod to the Robotech. This guy was actually a prototype for a Robotech, but they never used him. So yeah, let's just get into his Robotech mode. Basically, you wanna unpeg the legs from the arm or the engines, and then you wanna twist them like this. Twist them so that the black parts right here are facing forward, and then you wanna go to the, and then you wanna take the part where the legs are connected to and just slide it back until you hear a click. Do it again. Hear a click. Oop. And then you wanna unpeg these the darker shade of blue parts from the legs, and then you want to pull down the black parts up front, and then you'll flip that up until you hear a click, and that'll become a heel. Do the same on this side. Pull that down, flip that up, and click. And then you want to, what I like to do is just to differentiate between the two robot mode and the Robotech mode. I would just like to one click from the ratchet joint right there from the thigh. Did two. There. One click. And now let's get to the back. And so you want to take this back half of it with the stabilizer, and you want to unpeg it and flip it all the way around until it and then it pegs in. Hold on. It pegs in right behind. There's a peg hole right here underneath the stabilizer. Hope you guys can see that. Right behind the stabilizer, it'll peg in right there, right behind the connection between the legs and the body. Peg it in. Well, actually, I think I want to keep the rotors back to where they were in a helicopter mode. And this is then there you have it. You have Whirl in robot mode. I mean, not robot, Robotech mode. And he's nice like that, you know. He's very nice. I like it. I like that they actually nodded to that, and I like the Easter egg. An Easter egg within a figure. Now, from when you can still have your weapons hooked up right there or there. In Robotech mode, this is in Robotech mode. He still has you could still hook on his weapon pieces, but just get a closer look at it. I mean, this is a very, very awesome figure. In this mode, and this is one of my favorite modes. Now, to get him in a robot mode, I had to stand him up because this guy's gonna get tall. So to get him in robot mode, what you want to do is unpeg this. Just leave it like, unpeg the stabilizer and leave it like that. And then you want to push the part where the legs connect back forward, and then you want to, what I do, this is another way to this is the other way to differentiate. So for Robotech mode, it's one click for the knee right here on the thigh. For robot mode, it's another click from where it was in Robotech mode. So another click. You leave the legs where they are, you know, nothing down, you don't need to touch anything down here. And this is where, and then you want to unpeg, well, you gotta fold this back first to get it out of the way. And then you want to unpeg the throttles, or what you want to call them, the engines. Unpeg them and then slide them down. And then you want to twist around, twist it 180 degrees, and then you want to unpeg this part right here where the guns connect. You want to unpeg them, and then flip them all the way down, and then twist them to where they're facing forward. And then this has an automorphing, kind of an automorphing, where you pull out one pincer for the hand, and it pulls out the other one. Do the same over here. And then you want to unpeg. You want to actually, come on. You want to split. Come on, split the engine where the exhaust and stuff is gonna come out. Right. Split it where the exhaustion is gonna come out, and then you want to pull it halfway down, and that will reveal the head. Right there. And then you want to go to the, come around to the back, and then you want to fold up the stabilizer part up into the throttle, and then the rear wings right here will peg into these little peg slots right there. Mine doesn't want to do that most of the time. Come on, peg. Well, before you do that, you want to fold the black part where the what do you want to call them? Whatever. Just call them the blade thingies, right? Call them the blade thingies, and then you want to take the connector for the blade things connect, and just pull it down. And then I think this is, nope. Well, anyway, just pull the rest of it down. It's supposed to peg together, and there you have it. Whirl in robot mode. Now let's take a step back because this guy is big. Here is Whirl. Whirl in robot mode has an impressive sculpt, I might add, because this is just pure genius. I love how they designed this. And I like how they based it off the IDW, the newer IDW comics. Get a closer look at the head sculpt. It's nice head sculpt. It's very reminiscent of Shockwave. And actually, in Japan, I think they had a Shockwave repaint of this figure. Just go around to the back, and then I cannot stress how I like this figure. How much I like this figure. Now, Whirl can store all of his weapons in robot mode. I like to keep them the same, except to get the Sonic Disruptor. Well, if you put on the Sonic Disruptor, you gotta have to put one of the hands back to where they were in vehicle mode, and then there's these two little notches right there that'll hook onto the pegs on his arms, like that. And then this can his minigun can hook right where it was in vehicle mode. And this figure is amazing. Oh man, this is an awesome figure. Now, posability for this guy, he has tons of it. Literally tons of it. So, head is on a ball joint, and then it has well, due to the transformation, I think it has like a hinge right there. Shoulders are on two double ball joints right there. There's one it's not a double ball joint, it's on a hinge joint with the swivel. So you got a ball joint right there, and then you got a hinge joint right there, and then if you hold this place, it does have a swivel right there. No waist articulation, but it doesn't need it. Legs, well, swivel at the thigh, hinge, swivel right below it, and then there's two ratchet joints for the knees. But I like to keep them where there's just one ratchet joint for the knee, because where it's supposed to be placed is right there, and where it's supposed to be placed, and you don't want to move it. Hands do kind of move. I mean, they act like pincers. But all in all, I do love this figure. It's an amazing figure. The only one complaint I can, talk about is actually how some of his joints are loose, to where I can't pose him that much. But still, I give this figure a rating of A minus, due to the fact of his loose joints hindering his posability. Thank you guys for watching. This is 7th Mando signing out.